So, same parable. Never played it before, but I really wanted to play it. Yeah. No, never played it before. Nuh-uh. Please adjust your that works. Please enter the time? Okay. Don't ask why this is the time right now. It just is. Let me wait till it's perfect. Okay. No accessibility. Okay, okay. Why'd I have to put in the time though? Let me go through these settings first. Bring this bitch up. It's fine. All this is really fine. The end is never the end. They never the.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay, I
Employee
am.
number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
How much did I get?
And
How
then
much
one
was
day,
Stanley to
something
get paid?
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh God! Hold the fuck up. Okay. What if I just don't leave? Okay. I pick anything up. It's gonna work. Hold up. What?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never
That's what I'm
been trained
thinking.
for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly.
Wait.
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
No.
Nothing will hurt me.
Wait.
Nothing
No.
will break me. In here I can be happy
I didn't mean to
forever.
close the door.
I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it
What?
comes.
What? Oh. Black screen. Okay. Well, now I know not to close the fucking door. Alright. Very gentleman. Okay, close the door behind
All
me.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Jeremy, come on. The guys are playing pranks on me. Just shutting off people's computer. What's up, man? Just shutting off people's computer. Awaiting input. Sorry, I'm good. Oops. Just getting rid of everybody's fucking data. I have to close it. Man, that mug.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
The fuck? House assault, dispute with a coworker, let a ball inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Fuck me, I can't even read it. I don't know how to read. Ooh, what we got here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, hold on, there's something in secret. Definitely.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Coming, boss. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, no crisp. Man, I look beautiful. Oh my god, this mirror is disgusting. Holy shit. Right here. Oh, Jesus. What did the bandit do? Why is it shaking? I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. I'm never going in there again. Nope, not happening. What's your business, man? You wanted to see me,
Stepping
Mr.
into his
Businessman?
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code
I can't see.
by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
That's ominous, but okay. Let's go through this. Boop. Wait, it was a joke. Wait. Fuck me.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No. Let's go through my control facility. Move.
The lights rose on an enormous
Whoa.
room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I have the strength to find out. I do.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's mine? Where's my room? 427, right there. Do it again. That's my row. I know that place. Oh, there it goes.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
You can't
Was this
jump.
the only reason he
No,
was
seriously,
happy
we're
with his
disable that.
boring job? That his emotions had
first
been
trophy,
manipulated
forget
to
it.
accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I could see
But
that.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So, turn it off, right? Don't turn it on, turn it off. Got it. Oh my god, that was abrupt. It scared the shit out of me. I'm moving.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
It was. It's over.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Don't know.
How
Don't care.
had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Don't know. Don't
What
care.
other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Don't hold. Don't
But
care.
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
'Cause I'm
For
free.
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to
Finally.
go, what to do, or
Do
how
whatever
to
I
feel.
want.
Whatever
Freedom.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Man. I'm happy. Finally. Beat the game. Oh, I beat the game. So, that's it. I got a trophy. I beat the game. Why am I back here? Why am I back here? The game is beaten.
All of his co-workers
Thing's
were
done.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, shut up, okay? Nothing matters to you.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
It
and
is.
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No, I didn't.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Very good. Very nice place. I love
But
this place.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Not having it. I want to go to the right.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
right.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah, I can do what
There's
I want.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who?
She's been waiting.
I'm not going that way. I don't trust you, man. You don't seem like a trustworthy guy. How am I gonna get over there? Okay, how do I get over there now? It's... Oh,
But in
fuck!
his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. Fuck. Okay, let's...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Try that again, but not fuck up this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was
No,
not the correct
I'm
way
not
to the meeting
listening
room,
to you.
and
I'm
Stanley
not
knew it
listening
perfectly
to you.
well. Perhaps he wanted
out of
to
my
stop
head.
by the employee lounge first,
Get out of my
just
head.
to admire it.
Get out of my head. No,
Wow.
get out of my head.
Yes, this room.
Out
But
of my
eager to
head.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
See, if I followed
Look,
directions,
Stanley,
then that'd
I
be
think
bad.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
No,
here.
we haven't.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You're a psychopath.
I realize that
I know how
investing
you
your
people
trust
are.
in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
do.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Don't know.
Look, let me prove it.
Okay.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know
Yay.
so badly what's out there? You want to
What's in
find
there?
out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Blue
You
door.
see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
I did.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Gunplay.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Got you.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now,
Okay.
tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Yeah, it
Feel
did.
free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yes, I wanted something
Aha!
different.
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
Right.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be
What?
perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
New
Let's
version.
take a look.
Stanley Parable worldwide leaderboards. Okay, okay. Now we're doing some progress here. Good old nails, skid. Where's me? I should be on this board. Where am I at? Oh. Oh, it's not funny. Oh. You know what, bitch? Fuck your stupid shit.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No, you made me feel like
Hey,
I was
I nearly
under a dead
forgot. I've got a
rat.
prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yeah,
Perfect.
maybe
Let me boot it up.
a little bit like a piece of shit.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and
Got
if
it.
he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all
Got it.
about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Okay.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
This plant's really nice. I like what you did with this plant design.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Oh.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Not valuable
Oh, hey,
enough.
since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Plant simulator? I like plants. Because this plant
Yes.
right here.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Watching fires?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes.
Let me
that must
leave!
be. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Outward venture. Is that a Minecraft door sound? Oh, fuck. This is way better than the game I was playing before. Holy shit. This game has design instead of walking through doors. This is 10 times better than the heap that we played. You know, I'm only doing a playthrough on this game.
No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? No! The fuck?
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow.
But I
You can
like
just
that.
go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something
open
with
world.
nice, big,
Let me out.
insurmountable walls.
Let me be free. Let me be free.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
No. You get me out of this fucking game. You get me
Wonderful.
out of this
See, this is
goddamn
exactly
game.
what I had in mind. Just a
I
nice
hate
big box
this.
for you to run around in.
I
There isn't
don't
any
like
possibility
this.
that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I don't like this. I don't like Rocket League.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together?
Yeah.
Yes, I think surely
Yeah.
we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I'm good. Because I know one thing. Oh, yeah. Because where does the balls go? They don't just stay in the goal. They go down. That's why I go
Hold on.
down.
What are you doing?
Where am I?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley,
Oh, watch me.
come back.
Oh, yeah. I'm writing my own story. My own story. Where am I? Fuck. What did I do? Bring back the narrator. I can't narrate this shit myself. He's supposed to be the one giving me content. The fuck? Okay. He said go through the left door. I'm going through the left one. Light. He was right. Go through the left door. That makes sense now. My office. My office. Okay, there's nothing here. He was wrong. The left door is...
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
You can wait, because I'm having a better adventure than what we were doing earlier. Fuck, get back in this hellhole.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Yap,
it
yap,
mean?
yap, yap, yap.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Should I
simply
go to
missed a
that
memo.
escape thing?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I go up or down? That's not demonic at all.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single
going
moment
on?
for no reason at all.
I'm scared.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he
Where's
looked
my feet?
down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Why do they?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange.
God.
This can't be real. And at
I'm gonna
last,
die.
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Gotta be.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Don't want to be here.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Feels nice.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife
I have a wife?
and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Are you serious? Uh-oh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Hey, Mariella. I'm Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
I'm not crazy.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
I'm not
And in
crazy.
that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Wait, what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, I'm in the room that was... Wait. 426? Wait, what? My room's right there. Why'd I come out of 426?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up. Oh no, no,
Well,
not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
did I
Please take
do?
your time.
I just... Okay, fine then. I'll take my fucking time. How about that? I'll sit here all fucking day and wait. We'll fucking wait. I could go maybe a bowl of spaghetti right now. I don't think you understand, narrator. I could stay in here all day. I have nothing to do. This room looks very nice. It's a nice little wash bucket. Big roll of tape. Some rope. Got a wrench. Some tape. Got a wrench. Got a screwdriver. Is that a nail gun, I think? Is that a wrench? Guess I'll go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
No!
walked upstairs to
No!
his boss's office.
No! I want to go to the broom closet. Fine. I'll put in the code and I'll go to the fucking office. Damn it!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible,
I am.
he didn't even have a single minute to just
Suck
let the
my
narrator
dick.
talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Very calming. Let me go. I don't like New Age music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. What about this? Okay. You can
Stanley
suck
walked
my
straight
dick
ahead
on.
through the large door
No,
that
I'll
read
go to the
Mind
escape.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Bitch doesn't know what he's talking about.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I was trying to not me leave.
At
I'm
this
gonna
point,
leave.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and
Yes, I am.
willingly confront his death.
Nothing's gonna happen. It's ominous. But I'm sure. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Okay. Wait. What's going on?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
Oh,
demise,
no, he was
reflected that his
right.
life had been of no consequence
No!
whatsoever. Stanley can't
didn't-
see the bigger
no, I
picture.
didn't mean
he
it.
doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
No.
Perhaps his death was of no great
No.
loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a
No.
blind man. And And so he resigned and willingly accepted this
Oh.
violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Oh God.
Farewell, Stanley.
Oh God, please help. No. No.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine
Oh,
crushed
man.
every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, hey, I'm alive. Let's go. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Oh.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path
Whoa.
you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see
Same
now?
thing.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit
What?
start?
Oh, so everything's predetermined, huh? Okay. What? Wait. There's an event? Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. What was that? What was that? Okay. Okay. How about here?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I don't need him.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
I don't need him. I can do this on my own.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no
Wait, how
other
do
way
you
to
kn-
beat this game.
How do you
As
know?
long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't
Got
let
it.
time choose for you.
Got
Don't
it.
let
Trust me. Shit. I wonder what happened if I actually turned off my PlayStation. Oh man.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
You know what?
Perhaps he had simply missed
Fuck
a memo.
you. I'm going right back to the broom closet. You could suck my cock. I'm going back to the broom closet. Apparently someone doesn't
When
like when I'm in
Stanley
there.
came to a set of two open
Shut up.
doors, he entered
Yeah,
the door
yeah,
on
yeah,
his
yeah.
left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
No.
up to his boss's office,
You
hoping he
bitch.
might find an answer there.
Let me in. Let me in. Get in there. Wait. You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna restart and go find a hammer, bitch. Hammer.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Hammer.
What could it mean?
Hammer.
Stanley decided to go to the
Hammer.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hammer.
No matter how hard Stanley looked,
Hammer.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where's the hammer? I'm not leaving without my fucking... Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know what that did, but... Okay. Hammer.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Hammer.
the door on his left.
Hammer. 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 Come here, hammer.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No. I want in. I want in the broom closet. Fucking suck, narrator. I hate you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So is this it? Just the same thing? There's gotta be something else. There's gotta be a way I can get in that broom closet, though. And then just back here through the thing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna begin again. I'm gonna be in the game again. There's gotta be a hammer somewhere. There's a phone ring.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some
Wait a
bread,
minute.
and coffee
What's it
beans,
for?
whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
She's cheating on me. She called 434. Mine is 427. That's slut. Okay. So I can't find a hammer in it. So I can't find anywhere. I'm gonna just do the input thing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Please.
hoping he might find an answer
Let
there.
me in. Let me in. Fuck you. Nothing? 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 Okay. So, seems like I'm going through a loop or some kind.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Anything at all?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ah! Got it. Okay. So now, just keep going over and over trying to find all the things. No, no. Got it. Got it. Begin the game again.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
Wait,
What
what?
did it look like?
Wait.
There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo?
What?
He could no longer recall.
What do you mean? What's going on here? Are you changing shit up now on me? It's gotta be upstairs then.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Door,
doors,
yeah,
he
yeah,
entered the door on his left.
Still can't go in the broom closet, which is bullshit.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I know.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I want to go in the
Coming to a
closet.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, now there's gotta be something. Okay, is there a computer in here?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Thank you. Okay, this is different than everything else. Oh, there's computers in the basement! I remember now. I don't think this guy's having a good time narrating this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Computer? Computer? No.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be
right?
true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
Oh my
job?
God,
that his
he's having a horrible
emotions had
day.
been
Oh, he's at
manipulated
home,
to
it's
accept
bullshit.
it blindly?
Alright, let's go up.
No. He refused to believe it. He
I can't
couldn't
accept
accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
I know,
Never.
right?
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? What if I press on? Huh? What if I press on? What if? You know what? Fuck this. I want to control some people.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
Yeah?
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what
Yup.
you wanted? Control?
Holy shit.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Oh.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If
Okay.
you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent,
Power.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How
Shit.
long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little
Oh
more
my
fun,
God.
isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story
What?
now. Shape it to your
Oh my
heart's
God.
desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
2.
A moment of solace before you're
pressed 2.
obliterated. All right,
I pressed
I'm in a
2.
good mood. You're gonna die
Fuck.
anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
4.
Other times, I let the
Why
office
isn't it
sink
working?
into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with
3
on the
attempts
next
remaining
go
for what?
around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm
Oh,
enjoying
fuck.
this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, thank you,
These are
man.
precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow
Oh,
on
I
trees.
don't know what to do.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just
Yeah.
assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
pressed
Running
number
from
4.
button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Yeah,
Or this
safe.
door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh my god. I'm gonna explode.
Stanley,
What is
you're
going
in
on?
for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're
What?
only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every
God, there's only
moment
one
that you're
attempt.
powerless. To see
Oh,
you
God.
made humble.
I'm gonna die.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first,
What?
so you
Oh.
can't.
Fuck.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
No.
30 seconds until a
No.
big boom and then nothing.
Yeah.
No ending.
Please.
Just you
I'm
being
sorry.
blown to pieces.
I want to go back
Will you
to the
cling
story.
desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it
No.
go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the
What's the other
journey.
choice?
And believe me, I will
What's
be
the other
laughing at every
choice?
second of your inevitable life
What's the
from
other
moment
choice?
we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
No. Fuck. I didn't know what to do. Oh. Ah, fuck. Blind. Oh my god. What did I do? Blind. I'm gonna turn all these. Oh my god. I'll turn off all these buttons if I fucking have to. Watch me. Should I just skip someone and cut off all the buttons? Wait a minute. Oh, they turned back on? Are you dead ass? Okay, only the red buttons. Red, 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 red. I'm going insane. What do I do? I'm scared.